Hey guys, what is going on? Bobblez here. So today I have for you guys the leaked week 4 challenges coming to Fortnite next week. Now these challenges are probably going to be the easiest ones that we've had so far, and one of these does actually include one of them that was actually leaked for week 3, and Fortnite have delayed it an extra week. It's pretty cool, so obviously if you do want to know every single one of the weekly challenges for week 4 coming up on Thursday, then obviously stay tuned to the very end of the video to find them all out. Before I do get into it, I just want to say one thing, that these challenges are actually leaked and found by data miners, so this is basically what is in the actual games files at the moment of time. So some of them may be tweaked or changed last minute, because Fortnite do like to do that on like Wednesday night. They change them just before it's released, so no one really knows what to expect if they do want to change it or mix it up, and that is like one of these challenges. But when we get to that challenge, I'll let you know about it then. So anyway, without further ado, let's just jump in straight away to the week 4 challenges. So the first challenge is actually to search treasure spots. Now a couple of weeks ago with the update, it actually come with the new item, which was the treasure maps. It's a gold item, and if you pick it up, it basically leads you to an area of the map. X marks the spot. You go there, you follow the golden glow, and you use your pickaxe to mine the ground, and there's actually a treasure chest there, which is what this challenge actually is. You have to actually find the treasure maps lying around in loot spots. Obviously know where to go for these treasure spots, and you've got to do this 2 times for this challenge. You got to dig them up. It's pretty straightforward. You get a load of legendary guns and chug jugs and stuff like that from these treasure chests, if you didn't already know that. So it's pretty cool. It's a nice challenge, and it's obviously Fortnite's idea of promoting the treasure maps even more than they already have done. But that is challenge 1. Moving on to challenge number 2, and this one's to actually use the pirate cannons to launch yourself through structures. Now it's not actually stated if this is enemy structures, if this is actual structures that are in the game, or if it's actually building that you've done. I take it is all of the above, since they've not specified it. But yeah, this one, it's a little tricky, but it shouldn't be too hard. You've obviously just got to get in the cannon and shoot yourself out, or your teammates shoot you out of it, and that should be it. Challenge done. A big tip for this one is obviously to don't do it in solos. It's going to be a lot harder. If you can do it in squads or duos, where you get your teammates to build the structures and you go out, then I think that will be the easiest way, or the most simplest way is one of the LTMs, either Team Rumble, Disco Dom, whatever. You grab a cannon, take it to the safe zone, and there's going to be so much structures within there that you're bound to get it straight away. So that's most likely how I'm going to be doing that challenge. It's not specified either how much you actually have to deal damage to these structures, but I'm sure it's not going to be too much, nothing too insane, so it should be a pretty straightforward challenge. Now moving on to the third challenge, is an elimination one. You actually need to get an elimination with a suppressed weapon and with a scoped weapon. So this one, pretty straightforward. You just got to play the game naturally, with the only SMG in the game being a suppressed one. I'm pretty sure you're going to get the suppressed kill through that one, and obviously a scoped one. We've got the scoped snipers, we've even got a suppressed scoped sniper, so I wonder if you can actually kill 2 birds with 1 stone with that one. Not too sure how it will work, but that will be interesting to find out. Yeah, scoped weapons though, you've got the snipers, and you do have the scoped ARs and the thermal ARs, so you've got a variety of weapons which have a scope on them. That one also shouldn't be too difficult, even if you just pick up scoped AR and you're in duos or squads. If you down a guy and finish him off with the scoped weapon, then that will be that one done. Another pretty straightforward challenge. Moving on to the next one. Now this 4th challenge is another elimination challenge, but it's actually to get eliminations at Happy Hamlet or Pleasant Park. 2 pretty, I would say, underrated areas. Happy Hamlet, I'm really enjoying landing there because it's quite left alone at the moment. You can go there and get a lot of loot, since not many people go there. And Pleasant Park, not a lot of people go there anymore. I think that it used to be a really big hotspot drop to land at, and now it's not so much. You get maybe 2 or 3 teams going there at the most. That's what I find anyway. I think the bigger areas now are obviously always going to be Tilted, Salty and Retail. So yeah, I quite like this challenge, as it will kind of lead more players to go into these different areas a little bit more. Both areas that I like, so that one again, pretty nice challenge there. Just get eliminations, so it's pretty straightforward as well, nothing too out of the blues. Now this 5th challenge is actually a staged challenge. So the stage challenges, how they work, you've got 5 different stages to them. to move on to the next, you have to complete the first one, and so on. And it's actually a land at stage challenge. So the first place you've got to land is Tilted Towers, and then Junk Junction, then Retail Row, Happy Hamlet, and Pleasant Park. In these weekly challenges, Happy Hamlet and Pleasant Park are pretty big places to go at the moment, but I'm liking that. And with Junk Junction being in there as well, Junk is so underrated, no one ever really goes there unless it's for these challenges, so Fortnite obviously like to chuck that one in there. But yeah, pretty straightforward land at one. It's another really easy challenge if you ask me. Now moving on to the Civ challenge, this one is maybe a little bit more difficult if you're kind of a more casual player. I know I'm definitely quite a casual player when it comes to Fortnite, but I do have my moments where I want to try hard, and this one's kind of for you guys that want to try hard a little bit, and it's to actually outlive 90 opponents in a single game. So it's to come top 10 basically, in other words. Not the most challenging thing, but obviously if you just want to jump in and have some fun and mess around, then you're not going to get this challenge done. But I do think when these challenges first go live, a lot of people are going to be trying to do it. So even if you're jumping on the outskirts of the map, away from where the bus actually drops you and things like that, I think that it's good, it's always a great tactic to use, but so many players are going to be doing that because obviously they want to outlive these 90 opponents, that it may be a bit hard within the first few hours of the actual challenges going live. So obviously you may not be able to do it straight away. Maybe if you play with duos or squads, then it might be a bit easier because you get that helping hand in gunfights and things like that. But yeah, outliving 90 opponents, not too easy, but not too hard. It's a pretty nice challenge. Now, moving on to our 7th and final challenge. This is actually the challenge that was on last week's, but it's been changed to this week's. Last minute, they actually changed it and delayed it a week. And it's actually to use the Baller in different matches. Now, if you didn't know, the Baller is the new vehicle in the game. It's basically a hamster ball with a plunger on the front of it, which is basically the grapple gun. And yeah, it's a pretty good vehicle. It's a single player vehicle, and they just want you to use it in different matches. But there's a little twist to this. It was delayed last week and it's been moved to this week. Maybe that's just Fortnite's idea of getting players to use it before they release a challenge making you to use it, and maybe it's just to give it a bit more hype a week after the first hype's kind of dropped and faded down a bit. But what I think is that if this challenge gets deleted again and it's not in the week 4 challenges, they change it again, then I do think that the Baller might actually be going quite soon, and it will just be a kind of limited time vehicle rather than a solid set vehicle. And this is because obviously if the Baller gets into one of the weekly challenges, then obviously it needs to stay the whole of the 7th season, because while people still have the weekly challenge, the Baller needs to be in it, otherwise you can't complete the challenge. So I think Fortnite are just deciding if they want to keep this vehicle in the game or not. That's why they've delayed it a little bit, maybe. Maybe they just delayed it, like I said, because they wanted there to be more hype after the first week of hype for it. Not too sure. We can only wait and see on Thursday if this challenge does go live, and then we kind of know for guaranteed that this vehicle will stay for the entirety of the season. Sidetrack, let me know if you want me to make a video of this. I don't know much about it at the moment. I need to do a bit of research into it, but I have heard, and some people actually commented when I was live streaming, that there is indeed a helicopter coming. I don't know, so let me know if you want to see a video on that. I can look up some information, see what I can find about it. But anyway, they are all of the week 4 challenges. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have found it useful, then obviously please leave a like and subscribe to me for more Fortnite content. I post leaks, news, and all that kind of good stuff, so you don't want to miss out. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. See ya.